Welcome to Voices of the Dream. In this episode, we'll be talking to Wylef the Stubborn. Wylef, thank you for joining us. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Thank you. As said, I am Lord Wylef the Stubborn. I am currently residing within the Shire of Silverkeep in the Kingdom of Artemisia. I am currently awarded both the Award of Arms and grant level of arms for both rapier and for service within the Society of Creative Anachronisms.
Thank you. And go ahead and start telling us a little bit about your persona.
So my persona, me, Wylef, I was born in Norway about 1540. At the time, I was born the third son of a minor noble. He already had two sons that were going to, one was going to inherit, one was going to be his backup for the inheritance. So I was actually, I came about after his first wife had actually passed away, who was, the wedding was a political marriage at the time because my father had the option on his second marriage, because you always had to be married. His second marriage was for love. I happened to be of that production. From that marriage was myself and a younger sister. And then unfortunately our mother passed in the childbirth for my sister. So I grew up with my sister and my two older brothers. And not long after my mother had passed, my father remarried again, this time for wealth, marrying a local merchant, his daughter, and that way he could get a little bit of income coming into the household for keeping things going and make some connections among the merchantmen. And that was how I came to be, as it were. After a bit of time, my stepmother, as she got comfortable in the relationship, she herself had a couple of children, and she realized that my older brothers would inherit everything and that I was in the way of anything that her oldest son might potentially acquire. Well, that kind of put me in a bit of an inconvenient spot. She also, when she came into the marriage, came in with a very Christian background, whereas I had been brought up in the old ways in Norway. Strongly educated within Thor and Odin and the Norse gods. Well, this was starting to create a bit of a friction, if you will, between her beliefs and the fact that she brought her own confessor, who was of the Christian belief, and the rest of the family. And again, more friction in the household.
So, what was it that drew you to this persona?
Mostly it's a background of two things. One, in my modern life, I actually enjoy and believe in the functions and the belief structure of the Norwegian gods and the Scandinavian gods. And starting out with Norway gave me a good brace for this. It also allowed me to, by putting myself into the position of having to leave the family because I become an inconvenience, I can then travel. Eventually, in my travels, I would connect with a significant merchanting family in Spain, the Mendoza family of Spain. They would take me on essentially as a guardsman slash manservant as needed to protect the family as needed. This allowed me to learn the art of the Spanish traditions within swordsmanships.
In what ways does this persona help you play the SCA? How does this inform your SCA, the things that you do?
The big thing for me, because the Scandinavian gods are big on the subject of honor, I've always had a strong foundation in honor in my life. I've always clung to it. And when I found the Azir and all them, that gave me a foundation. By finding within the society an honor based society, to fight with honor, to serve with honor, to present yourself always with honor, it gave me a grounding within the society. By establishing my persona as a guardsman by trade, even though I am noble by birth, I had to, you know, support the life. By being a guardsman by trade, whenever I am put upon a retinue to serve whoever needs me to serve them, I will always do so from an honor based position. I will always adopt the theory of there when needed, invisible when not, but always available.
Oh, very nice. I like that. Um, so, what recommendations if somebody's just starting out on the persona stuff? From your point of view, what would you say would you recommend to them?
Have some touchstones, some points within yourself to build your persona around, whether it be your own personal history, whether it be your own personal heritage. Personally, mundanely, my heritage is not Scandinavian. It's actually Irish and Dutch, which could be borderline, but so far as I know, they do not actually. My particular line does not actually trace its way back to the Scandinavians. But, my belief structure does. That gave me something to give a foundation. Additionally, not just touchstones, but where do you want to go, like within the society? How do you want to present yourself within the society? Maybe you want to be a quote unquote scoundrel and live it up and maybe embrace the pirating life. Okay, obviously there's ways that can be done, and pirates have been around forever. And so embrace it, obviously doing it in a, shall we say, ethical manner, a humorous manner, a fun loving manner, because obviously stealing itself is rather frowned upon in any situation. And but you can have fun with pirating, and you take from the rich and give back to the poor rich that you took it from.
Is there anything that starting out you would have done different on the persona development?
That's a difficult one. Mostly my persona development has kind of morphed over time. When I initially joined the society, I started with a Viking persona, which was a little odd on the steel combat side of our game because most of the weapons did not date back to the, shall we say, Viking available weapons that would be legal for steel combat use. So I probably would have just started, if I had known enough at the time, I probably would have just started with the Renaissance period to begin with rather than just shifting, which is shifted within a year or two of starting out anyway. So most people have known me with my Renaissance persona, my Renaissance garb, doublets, and such.
Is there anything else you'd like to share?
Mostly when it comes to playing in the society, and this is something I've always tried to tell people that have joined us, is find your fun. Don't let others tell you what your fun should be. Find what you enjoy about the society and play it up. If you're not chasing awards, if you're not looking to be a certain level of recognition, that is okay. If you are looking for that recognition, that is okay too. If you just want to play every few months and just tip your toe in once in a while and play and wander off, that's perfectly acceptable too. Except that the society is a game. It is a social game, but it is a game to play the way you want to play it. It's a it's a sandbox for you to play in. It just so happens you have to share the sandbox, occasionally share the toys, It's rather difficult to fight your friends if you're too busy kicking sand in their face. It's not exactly nice, but play the game and have fun.
Great advice. Play the game and have fun. So thank you very much, Vila, for sharing your story with us and your persona development. It's always fascinating to see how things developed over time. So thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for
And,
having me.
and this was Voices of the Dream. Until next time.